What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, collective? Good morning to y'all. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Hopefully, y'all got some rest off to work. Rested, having a good day. We're going to have a good day. We're going to have an awesome day. You know how we do it. Don't let nobody get on your damn nerves. Press play. Let's keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Pop them earbuds in. Put your jam on. If they get to talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Put your jam on. You know what I'm saying? Keep that energy that you need for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good day on purpose. You heard me? For sure, for sure. This is Intuitive Tarot. We're gonna get right into it. Let's see what the message holds, what the energy holds. Thank you guys so much for trusting me with your energy. I make sure to let your ancestors know that I do come in peace when it comes to relaying whatever messages that come out in the readings. All right. Whatever I may say that is unbeknownst to you, make sure you counsel with your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors of the light only on whatever particular part that is, and ask for a sign to make sure if that does or does not apply to you. All right. Only you know what's on your journey. Only you know your testimony. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's timeline is different. All right. So this entire reading may not resonate with you, but overall, hopefully it's helpful. Or you can just get in it for the vibe. Your choice. Completely up to you. All right. First card out. Somebody pissed that these spells aren't effective anymore. Pissed at these spells under that mouth. You know what I'm saying? These spell work, baby. But they saying when they doing them incantations, ain't working no more. They pissed that this shit ain't working no more. They pissed, let them get a pamper. That be alright. I ain't gonna keep this too many. Pissed. And one of the reasons why that shit ain't working no more, your vibration too high. You ain't giving a fuck. But they're still laughing, still enjoying life. Child, somebody started speaking shit on you and mad because it ain't working. They ain't seeing whatever it is the incantations is, whatever they saying, it ain't working. It did at one time, but not anymore. And I feel like that's when you in your South Node area, when you was in that, let me prove a motherfucker ain't the one era. Like you ain't in there. You ain't there no more. It's you in that era of like fuck around and find out my ancestors got my back era. That's where you at. Next card. Regret ruining our connection. Man or woman. Next card. Social media addiction. Very selfish in the past with you. And 818 can be, if you're saying this angel number, it's a good time to manifest abundance, empowerment, and positivity. It's a good time to manifest empowerment, positivity, abundance. Pissed that her spells aren't effective anymore. And this person could watch you on social media. They could have an addiction, to, just constantly always on social media doing something. They addicted to it. They go to bed to it, wake up to it. They depend on it. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that can't tear themselves away from their phone for a second. and they looking, for some type of response. They looking for that recognition, something, that they can post, and monitor other people, whatever, child. They just addicted to it. This is somebody that will live on social media, but, barely have any social life, like outside of that. Like somebody may not have very good social skills. Not saying that people that work from home, work, in IT and stuff like that, don't have a life. I'm saying what I'm getting right here is someone, they can be in a connection. They can't tear themselves away from their phone. If you taking them out to dinner, you taking them out for lunch, they won't lay their phone down. They got to be on social media at some point. They can't really even have connections without them having them posted somewhere online. Like, this is somebody you can't be around. You know how they had that situation with Kim Kardashian where I think Beyonce had her to sign paperwork saying that when where it was in attendance, or was in her presence, even accompanying her, at games and stuff, she could not have her phone out. She could not be taking photos of her and stuff like that. Like, that's what I'm getting. So it ain't unheard of. But somebody was very selfish in the past with you. Four of Pentacles, like somebody could have held back. They could have picked and choose, when they wanted to be available to you. Very selfish. They were only thinking about themselves. A lot of the things and choices that they made was centered around what they felt like, was going to get them recognition. Like what was going to make them, if they, and this person could have been envious of you, could have had some, unhealthy jealousy, with you, over you, because this is somebody that may have, they like nice looking people, women, men, but they are taken back by the attention they get if it's taking too much away from them. Especially if they using, their ego as they guide. You know what I'm saying? They pride, their ego. It's like somebody uses it like this, they intuition. Like how somebody is when they in their boss energy, not, everybody is reckless and, inconsiderate, being a boss. But you got some folks that's you give them a little power, they run out. It runs out. Okay? They run out. Usain Bolt, they run out. Somebody regret ruining this connection. Somebody regret ruining this connection, but they want to whisk you away. Somebody want to take a trip. They want to whisk you away, divine feminine. Let's clarify, see what's going on with this spirit work that doesn't expire. You know what I'm saying? They got thrown out. The spirit realm ain't recognizing it anymore. Pissed that their spells aren't effective anymore. Clarify. Pissed that their spells aren't effective anymore. What was this? What was this pissed? That these spells aren't effective anymore. Show me this person. That's too many. But the death did come out, so somebody could have possibly, went through a transformation, a change. So somebody's not, like I said, they're not in a low vibrational south node, era anymore. Effective, pissed that their spells aren't effective anymore. Clarify. Clarify, pissed that their spells aren't effective anymore. High Priestess. Piscean energy with the moon at the bottom of the deck. Pisces also. So somebody mad that a high priest, somebody's, well aware and very intuitive, very tapped in, somebody's awakened. They mind's eye, they third eye wide the fuck open. Somebody's spell work ain't working no more. Got the moon at the bottom of the deck with the temperance and the chariot. Child, the ace of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody is upset, regret, very selfish in the past. Or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Somebody affected, mad that they spell work ain't working no more. Somebody done ascended or they doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? To somebody now that is aware. What's the High Priestess? Pissed that their spells aren't working, aren't effective anymore. 8 of Wands. With the 6 of Cups. Got Sagittarius out here with Pisces. With some swift action. Big changes. At the 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Pissed that her spells aren't effective anymore. Pissed that her spells aren't effective anymore. Pissed that her spells aren't effective anymore. Clarify, give me one more. Pissed that her spells aren't effective anymore. Two of Cups in reverse. Cancer energy with the Ace of Swords and the upright at the bottom of the deck. So somebody upset for sure with this Two of Cups in reverse. Cancer energy. Like somebody is upset that whatever they were doing to keep, two people apart, keep somebody separated, or keep somebody, in their head about, what direction to go in, creating illusions for them with the moon that was once at the bottom of the deck earlier in the beginning of the read. So somebody basically was like trying to keep somebody confused, keep them in their head. And they were like, doing some type of confusion spells, whatever they were doing to keep this person, in their head or keep them, from being able to decipher, like, the truth, from an illusion. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like somebody struggled with that too because they were out of alignment, off balance, out of balance. Like somebody had an imbalance between them and the environment they in, the people they associate with. So when you get enough people kind of in agreement with you and all on the same page, and all of them in they south node, like it's hard to determine whether you making a good choice, especially if you asking those people for advice, because a lot of times, they only making good choices based on what they feel like they're gonna get out of it. And those kind of people, you know what I'm saying, sometimes don't want to accept losing gracefully. Those people will lose recklessly, and they'll, take everybody down with them and hide their hand like, that wasn't something they were trying to do, but it happened. Especially if you don't know they had anything to do with you being, affected by it. But this is like somebody doing spell work that somebody done got some clarity on, like to make a sound decision. Because I feel like somebody kept somebody in their head with the moon doing something under the moon and shit like that to keep somebody, separated. You know what I'm saying? Keep somebody from giving somebody, a cup. You know what I'm saying? Or any kind of cooperation for, what I'm saying, an offer. It's like keeping two people off balance. You know what I'm saying? At least one person, especially if they got access to one and they don't have access to the other one. It's like somebody using spell work on both people, not just. And I feel like somebody was not just aware of it working on whoever they were closer to. This person does it pretty much with people they feel like they want to benefit from off of or something like that. So you could be friends with this person. They'll, do some spell work on you and be around and still be coming around your ass. You got the Two of Cups in reverse. So there is a separation. There is a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? Some instability. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody not going through a decent connection right now. Like somebody's not, at their best. You know what I'm saying? They may have given somebody else a cup. But at this point, if they gave an offer to somebody that now, is not as, how you say it, whatever was supposed to be between somebody is how it is now. Like if they did something to keep this person, looking at them a certain way, that shit ain't working now. Like, and now whatever was attraction, whatever magnetic was there between them, like that shit is always done. Like they can't do that shit no more. That shit ain't working. Like with however something was naturally going to be between somebody, that's how it is now. So I take it this person was doing spell work to keep somebody, looking at them, keep them looking at them a certain way and somebody else a different way. And that don't work no more now. So now how they wanted somebody else to see another person, whether it was verbally or just illusion wise, like, making them feel some type of way about their person or anybody else outside of them. Like making them turn a blind eye to people, that are genuinely interested, genuinely love them, like, and only see them and only listen to them, only hear me, only whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now that person is raising a vibration. They keeping their thoughts positive. This person, A1A, they could be seeing that angel number. But if they do, abundance and manifestations, positivity is in place for you, for them, whoever, this reading resonates with. But it's like, or whoever needs to hear that, all right? But when it comes to this person actually wanting to do some spell work, they was quick to do that shit. They hurry up and took some action the minute they seen that this person, was able to see things and start to use their common sense. Question them about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bring things up, that they normally wouldn't bring up. Elaborate on something that they normally would have, pushed in the back, you know what I'm saying, of their mind and like just let it go. Like somebody ain't doing something, like somebody's questioning another person and like doing something, behaving in a way they normally wouldn't be like. You know what I'm saying? And they being made aware, like, damn, let me hurry up and go do this damn spell shit, because this person and me, we unstable right now. Like we going at it or we bumping heads too much. Some tension like between them and this person now, because this person getting clarity, to make a sound decision. You know what I'm saying? And they could also, be having like new opportunities, but this is even if this is somebody that's getting clarity to make a sound decision, it's causing conflict. It's like the beginning, a conflict. You know what I'm saying? Because when the truth get exposed and something that was once what somebody knew it was to be true at one time, it's like, when somebody tell you that somebody that you've been knowing to be your dad the whole time is not your dad. and you like, ain't no way, that's got to be my dad. We look alike, like we got so much in common. And somebody like, no, I'm telling you, that's not who that person is. Even if somebody else tell them or they mom tell them, you know what I'm saying? If it's like that, it's like somebody seeing somebody now for who they really are, and it's like, damn, I thought you was, this person the whole time, but you really was not that person. It really was this person. And it's like I've been, shouldn't be fucked up toward people, on purpose anyway. But it's like somebody feeling like, damn, man, I ruined our connection doing this shit here with this person. Clarify the high priestess with this two of cups in reverse. Clarify the high priestess with the two of cups in reverse. It's the high priestess. Yeah, the star. Can't make it up. Somebody see a star as attractive, a star that's being guided, somebody that they feel like, is, and somebody could have, like I said, went through a rebirth. And it's like somebody, is being guided, like being led, like could be, talking to a chosen one, could be talking to an earth angel. But I feel like somebody is also, very connected, like very tapped in. And I feel like, at some point somebody was not aware of how somebody actually felt about another person because of who they were, not because of something they did. You know how I'm saying? Like some people think that just because somebody walked away from them, you got the devil at the bottom of the deck. Capricorn energy with the Wheel of Fortune. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands in reverse. Like somebody could have felt like overwhelmed at times, when it came to them actually, wanting to stand up for themselves, you know what I'm saying? Or take some type of action. You know how somebody be like, man, where do I start? Where do I need to start at? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like somebody feeling like they got to play catch up. Like, I'm so far behind, where, I done awakened that, like, wherever this person awakened that on their journey, they looking back. It's like somebody looking behind them like, damn, I got so much shit to make right. Like, I got so many things I got to correct, and they may feel like they ain't even got enough time. They could be going through a dark night of the soul, but it's like somebody got some hella addictions. You know what I'm saying? They aware of these things that they know has put them in a bad position right now, and they regret, being as selfish, being this selfish person to you in the past, and they regret ruining, y'all connection. Whatever spell somebody had on somebody, like it don't work, and I feel like somebody ended up being with somebody that whatever spells they have on them when they're around you, they don't work. They're not effective. They're not. Could be talking to a healer as well. And somebody sees you as a star. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody sees you as a star. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Like somebody see you as a star. Very attractive, very guided, but they see you as somebody very beautiful. Um, And somebody who took some swift action, to change something too, like fast. The minute somebody started, looking at them different, treating them different, talking to them different, like, regret ruining our connection. Ten of Swords. With the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Telling you somebody regret, not getting to the root of their problem, finding, a better solution, finding ways, to safely and help, in a mature kind of way, deal with whatever they were going through or whatever they felt like, whatever was going on between you and them. Like somebody didn't have, the right answers, or they didn't have, the right people around them, to actually encourage them, motivate them, inspire them in a way to make better choices. And they didn't have that self, confidence, and they had some self-doubt they were dealing with too, especially when it came to a high priestess. I feel like somebody at some point felt intimidated by your strength, by somebody's wisdom. You know what I'm saying? They may have, loved it at some point to a fault, but it's like, the wiser someone is, it takes another wise person to respect that. And majority of the time, if they not on your level, they can feel intimidated by it, envious of you. You know what I'm saying? Because of the energy you hold, the light that you carry. You know what I'm saying? You in that star energy. So even when you don't feel like you at your best, you know what I'm saying? You know, there's still, people that will go in your direction, you know what I'm saying, because of how confident, you speak about something, how confident you are, you know what I'm saying, to whatever it is that you go toward or get into, you know what I'm saying. But it's Ten of Swords, like it's a betrayal here, like a cycle done closed out, you know what I'm saying, and they regret that they, didn't reciprocate to you what you gave to them. Six of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Wands. I cannot make it up. Like this person dealing with a lot of regret. With the Judgment in reverse, this is a like an inner critic, like somebody, looking at how that inability to face their problems, the facts, the truth, you know what I'm saying, about what they had going on. And somebody didn't, have to have a cycle in order, how somebody like, I'm gonna take this to my grave, you know what I'm saying. It's like, why would you let all this, you know, betrayal or, so much dishonesty be why a connection ends, and all you had to do was say, I'm not happy here, I'm not happy with myself right now. I shouldn't be with anybody. I should have never, what I'm saying, misled you or led you on to make you feel, that there could be something between us right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know when that will ever be, because I know that's up to me. Like, it take a mature motherfucker to say what I just said. You know what I'm saying? And go on about your fucking business and not be spying and using social media to go and lurk and, you know what I'm saying? Keep tabs on the motherfucker that you know you shouldn't even be fucking with because you ain't on their level. That's like somebody lingering around at a job that wouldn't hire them. They didn't hire you, so let it go. Look, keep looking. You ain't gonna go sit outside them people establishment just because they don't hire you, because they ain't give you the call back and you said to calling and worrying them folks. If they wanted you to come back, they would have let you know. But ain't no need in you study, you know what I'm saying, reminding them that they gave you an interview, reminding, the person that I'm still here, but you don't want to make a decision. You still here, but you don't want to take something serious. You still here, but you want to keep being in somebody's energy. They want to keep being in your energy in your face, and not have any purpose for you. Like that's selfish. It's like somebody wanted you around with no purpose. Like, you looking for somebody with purpose. You want to be with somebody that has purpose. They don't have no purpose. Not for you, they didn't, and not at the time, or they didn't know what their purpose was. And instead of them figuring that shit out, they strung you along with some bullshit that ended up being a betrayal. Whether it was them, knowing they didn't want this, but they stuck around, kept playing in your fucking face, kept enjoying, your treatment, your kindness, your compassion, your, your pureness, your goodness, kept coming around enjoying that shit instead of letting, you know what I'm saying, move on. That's why you see men now making posts saying, listen, if y'all ain't gonna do that woman right, leave her alone. Leave, you know what I'm saying? Let me get over there. Let me make my way through the crowd. Shit, move your ass back if you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Sis, move back. Stand down if you not gonna take that man serious. Cause at this point, it's like it's not about, you know, who ass bigger. The bigger the ass, it got to be cleaner. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? It could be huge all it wants. You know what I'm saying? But cleanliness trumps everything. Cleanliness trumps everything. It trumps it all. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a plus size dude, cleanliness trumps everything. You know what I'm saying? Your energy, cleanse this shit. You know what I'm saying? Your back cleanliness, your home, your life, your body, your mind. Clear it out, clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit on point. Cause at that point, it's like shit. If you won't eat it, why would somebody else? They got kids making videos standing behind folks sniffing their aunt and cousin's butt, or they just happen to be standing back there like, damn, it stink back here. And I ain't talking about the pantry. Just saying. But they regret they ruined this connection. Clarify the Ten of Swords, they regret they ruined this shit. But like I said, at the bottom of the deck, you got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Wands. It's like somebody seeing themselves, you know, in a stable foundation, in, you know, some type of commitment with you. You know what I'm saying? Possibly a marriage. Like they didn't reciprocate something with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Like somebody, you know, was. It talks about selfishness. You know what I'm saying? Abuse of generosity. Like somebody was just a taker. You know what I'm saying? Like they was sitting around just enjoying how much you were loving on them. They ain't, man. I sure hope my collective. I'm so glad my collective ain't with this. Whoever this wine bottle is, child. What's this Ten of Swords? Regret ruining our connection with the Ten of Swords clarifying. Regret ruining our connection. You could be this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius collective they ruined this connection with, or you may have been the one ruining a connection. Regret ruining this connection. What's the Ten of Swords? What's the Ten of Swords? Clarify the Ten of Swords. Regret ruining our connection. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Now somebody want to come in, you know, being practical, being patient, you know, being responsible, determined, reliable, consistency, head ass. Somebody want to come in, you know, and lay it on, you know, real thick. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You know what I'm saying? They know you got boundaries. That you done made clear communication with what you want. You told this person already, so could have a Knight of Pentacles, you know, coming your way. I mean, you gave some clear communication. They may have put you in some type of silent competition with this Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Like, I felt some type of intimidation towards you. Four of Cups, they may have rejected your offer. You rejecting this person's offer, or they see that you not accepted any offers from them. You happy, you know what I'm saying? Or they see happiness with you, want to see some type of opportunity, make some changes with the Emperor. All that at the bottom of the deck, child. So, what's the Ten of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles? So, Ace of Swords. Got some clarity to make a sound decision. You know what I'm saying? When it came to you needing to get some answers. And I feel like, that's what you did. I feel like whatever answers you needed, when it came to this Ten of Swords in and out of cycle, I feel like you asked for a sign, asked for something to be shown to you to help you make this decision to close out this cycle. And, you got them answers. You got that, you got that answer. And it may have, taken you a while to end this cycle, especially, these Ten of Swords. Like, this may not have been, your only karmic cycle with somebody to be in. You know what I'm saying? Could have been family, could have been, frenemies and shit like that, and lovers as well. So this may have been the ending of, your karmic cycles as far as, your karmic debt. You know what I'm saying? So you got the answers that you need, especially when it comes to somebody, not giving you, their honesty, not reciprocating what you were giving to them. And I feel like that's the divine's way of balancing things out for you, when it comes to people, that want to mistreat you or mishandle, you know what I'm saying, your goodness. And I feel like, people don't realize they can either, it's like you are walking karma for someone. Like you, how you say it? You can either, be a blessing, you can be a lesson to some people. You know what I'm saying? That's completely up to them. That's completely up to them. And they could have got some clarity to make a sound decision as well with this Knight of Pentacles out here. As far as you ending out a cycle with them or them ending out a cycle, because I feel like now, not only did you get, some clarity, they probably getting it too now, with you closing out this cycle, for them to, have a regret that they haven't. Give me some on this regret ruining our connection. What did they do to ruin this connection? How did they ruin this connection? What did they do to ruin this connection? What happened with this connection? What did they do to ruin this connection? What did they do to ruin this connection? Holy Spirit, how many angels? You got the Hangman, the Four of Cups, Ten of Wands, the Sun. Well, somebody gaining a new perspective, Piscean energy, when it comes to them, turning over a new leaf, possibly, going through, a spiritual development now, when it comes to them, not resisting the spiritual influence altogether. Because I feel like even if they were not thinking from their higher self, I feel like that was, part of the reason why somebody, ended up how you see it. Why somebody ended up feeling like helpless in a situation, like they, was stripped of any control or power, or feeling any kind of disconnect with this Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Because this person literally feels they got to feel some type of disconnect, especially, when it comes to you calling for your energy back from this person. Like, they realize now your energy in their life, it mixed, intertwined with them when you were involved with them, connected to them, loving on them, praying for them. It's a difference in their energy now, with they self when since you're not around, and there's no communication with you and this person. I feel like when people close out cycles with people, call for your energy back from these people. I don't give a damn if it's a work related situation or, work related. Call your energy back from that situation and people. Because folks will continue to, talk about, harp on, share their story with people, other folks at work, as a way to make sure that you hear about it all day, every day. Because they're going to talk to everybody around them. Every shift going to have to, run into somebody that'll listen. That's just for the purpose of you not being able to escape, hearing about it. That's their way of laying the groundwork, planting the seeds to keep worrying you, keeping your vibration low and shit like that. That's why, when it come to people like, oh yeah, we got, that's why people tell you they ain't got friends at work. You know what I'm saying? The environment too toxic. I don't see how people even date folks they work with. I'm just like, see how when COVID happened, so many people ended up having to work with their spouse from home. Shit, they had more divorces then than they did before COVID. Some people just don't realize how much being around somebody 24 hours a day, or at least, 2 or 3 days out of the week, and depending on how that person vibe is, you don't want to be there. That ain't what you want to do. You like going out that door, going to work at that point. But this person thinking now, from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying? And so are you. They getting, clarity to make sound decisions. And you had to get one when they came to ending out this cycle. And they regret they ruined this, connection with you and them. You know what I'm saying? They have to look at shit differently now because what they thought, was not all that bad was actually unhealthy as behavior, period, anyway. I don't give a damn who got, around you that might, what I'm saying, tolerate that kind of behavior. Don't just because somebody tolerate it don't mean they love you. They just tolerating your ass. That's not love. And this person could have refused your offer and been weighed down and burdened ever since by that shit. Social media addiction, clarify. Clarify social media addiction. Got the Emperor. With the moon at the bottom of the deck. With the Hermit. Clarify social media addiction with the Emperor. Clarify social media addiction with the Emperor. Somebody could be watching this Emperor. Who is this? This social media addiction. Clarify social media addiction with the Emperor. Got the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands in reverse. Nose itching, child. Aquarius energy with Leo right here also. So somebody want to reconcile, like they possibly, want to confess something, to you. Like reveal some type of truth. Also turn over a new leaf. They may have had a social media addiction, whoever this past person is. They could have Aries in their chart. They could be a fire sign, don't have to be. But, somebody wants to compromise. They want to, resolve, whatever dispute or, bring some type of peace, to this situation between you and them. They just, I guess somebody want to avoid some type of conflict because they feel like, they want to get past something with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Like somebody want to face whatever it is that they know, played a part in ruining this connection. Like they feel like, I need to go and man up to this shit. Like just be honest about how I, let a lot of the things that I was doing on social media, like cloud my judgment, get in the way of me making time for us and, getting carried away with that shit to where, I was, not allowing myself the opportunity or knowing how to separate, that from reality and deal with my, the reality of what's going on, what was going on between you and me. You see what I'm saying? So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody want to come in, they want to confess, they want to reveal the truth about something, they want to bring some type of peace, compromise to a situation. You know what I'm saying? Avoid, the conflict. Not arguing about it or whatever. But with the Chariot, they want to, work on them, and they have to start. It's like a AA meeting. Like, you got to go back and write things with people that you may have, hurt and stole from, was disloyal to and stuff like that. You may have put them in some bad financial situations, because of your debt or habits or whatever. But they want to, face whatever it is to go on this journey. It could have been dealing with somebody, reveal to you. They may have been dealing with somebody with some codependency issues, emotionally, financially, um, causing you unnecessary drama. You know what I'm saying? Just being difficult, making things complicated on purpose for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you got the death out here. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So, somebody, they could have came off as, disrespectful, domineering, um, like broken promises, like, especially, when it's come to people, saying, what they own, but don't act on it. You know what I'm saying? They telling you what they about or what they desire, but they not doing anything, to let you know that they including you on that or that they taking action on that. And it's like something that they just said to keep you around. You know what I'm saying? Broken promises. But somebody want to confess to you, a truth about this social media addiction. You know what I'm saying? They could have, been addicted because, like I said, the devil was at the bottom of the deck earlier. So this person aware they got some addictions. They know they got some things that they know they need to let go of, walk away from, lay it to rest. You know what I'm saying? And close out that cycle, let that shit go. And they can ain't no telling what they doing on social media that they addicted to. But they invest a lot of time in it. Somebody codependent, needy. Clarify very selfish in the past with you. Clarify very selfish in the past with you. Was very selfish in the past with you. Clarify. Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Somebody was difficult on purpose. Unnecessary drama. Like somebody, how somebody knows, whatever you saying makes sense, but they question it or something like that, or make you feel like you need to break it down again, like they don't understand, being naive about the shit. Like somebody, doing all they can to keep from trying to commit to you when they know that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like they know. It's like kind of keep some, like I said, like trying to keep somebody around, knowing what their purpose is. That this person know what your worth is. They know your purpose. You know what I'm saying? In fucking with them in the first place, with anybody. And I'm saying if they knew you wasn't gonna, they wasn't gonna be 10 toes down for you. Them motherfuckers 10 swords out for you. Cause I mean, You done 10 of swords to shit anyway. So them playing that game of, cat and mouse, think you gonna chase their ass, you know what I'm saying, for, opportunity. Like, no, no, no. This person just gonna, this emperor, they is just probably gonna be left with the fact that, they played with the wrong person. And like I said, people end up, welling up in age from being in that young mindset, you know what I'm saying, playing games, and they sons out here doing better than them and way more mature doing, shit. And then half of them saying, these young folks, they ain't got no, you know what I'm saying, you can't tell them nothing, this and that. I'm just like, listen, you got people running rampant in the street, you know what I'm saying, right now, because they done took off out of somebody's prison. Baby, listen, this is not the time to be sitting up here, thinking that you got it all together, and somebody run down on your ass with that motherfucking yam, and your ass looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you ever was taught, told, read about ain't working for you right now. You know what I'm saying? You done got caught, you know what I'm saying, with your pants down. You know what I'm saying? You done got caught, you know what I'm saying, unguarded. And now you got to figure out, like, how you going to get out of this shit, how you going to maneuver, you know what I'm saying, in this world, you know what I'm saying, at that moment. So that's why I be saying, people be taking the time that they have with good people and ruin it by taking them for granted, taking advantage of them, having them around when you know your purpose is just to waste their time. Even if somebody, like I said, if a job don't hire your ass and they giving you the interview, if you knew that person wasn't going to hire you and you was coming for the interview, you wouldn't even showed up. If you knew that person wasn't going to hire you, I promise you, if you had a way of knowing that person wasn't going to hire you if you came to the interview, you would not have wasted your gas and time and effort of getting up, putting anything on to go to that damn interview if you knew they wasn't going to hire you. And that's how it is with this very selfish in the past with you. Like, if this person knew they wasn't going to bite down, like, shit, if they weren't going to be all in, they could have just man enough told you, you know what I'm saying? But they was in a south node. You probably were too at some point when you cross paths with them. But, when you know better, you do better. And sometimes when you know better and start doing better, they get worried. They get worried, and then all of a sudden they start to, see that shit. I gotta change a little something if I'm gonna keep them around, and that little something makes anybody else that they been dealing with notice that change too. Like, damn, you doing something different now. All of a sudden what's going on? You ain't ever used to do this before. And they find out, oh, you doing that with her, but you don't do that with me. I can't tell you how many times that I heard people on speakerphone when I used to catch the city bus, and I be at the bus stop and they be arguing about something. Different people be on the bus talking about different things, and man, the conversations I done heard because people had it on speakerphone, and they saying, oh, so you out here cuddling with her. You know what I'm saying? And I asked you to cuddle. You got time. You ain't got time. You got to do this. Man, don't be like that. Such and such. I'm just like, damn. You could be pressed about that cuddling. You don't want to lay down. You don't want to just, no. You got some females like that too. Shit, let's cuddle. Let's not. Okay? They don't want to cuddle either. It ain't just, men now. What's the Five of Swords? It ain't just men. Very selfish in the past with you. Very selfish in the past with you. The Five of Swords. Very selfish in the past with you. Very selfish. Four of Swords. Libra energy with the Queen of Pentacles. So somebody want to bring some type of peace to a situation now. They don't want, to be difficult, you know what I'm saying? And because I feel like somebody, caused a lot of conflict, or they battled back and forth with you, when it came to you and them, like, having misunderstandings, you know what I'm saying? Or them not responding to something, you know what I'm saying, truthfully, because they know what it, the outcome is going to be. It's like somebody saying what they feel like they want you to hear, even though you know what they saying is a lie. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what they saying is just something to keep you around. High priestess energy. I'm telling you, like somebody knew another person was blowing smoke and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you protecting your peace right now. You know what I'm saying? This person now could want to bring some type of truce, you know what I'm saying? Bring some type of peace between you and them. Talk, recuperating right now, you know what I'm saying? Or they could be healing, or this is you. You know what I'm saying? You could be protecting your peace right now. Whatever it is you're doing from home, or the fact that you a multitasker, you could be somebody that's a homemaker. You could work at home, you work, away from home as well. But I'm talking to a healer, all right? Man or woman, somebody very practical, a homebody. Somebody see you as somebody very faithful, very loving, and like now, somebody, taking this leap of faith, to go toward a person, where it's stable, where they Ten of Cups, where it's where they happy at. You know what I'm saying? Three of Pentacles. I cannot make it up. Like this is what I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, child. For real, to be honest with you. This person, who is this want to whisk the collective away? Wants to whisk you away, divine feminine. Who is this? Who is this that want to whisk the divine feminine away? Wants to whisk you away. Page of Swords with the Sun. Somebody want to go somewhere where it's sunny, baby, so they can enjoy themselves. They're asking questions. They got some curiosity questions, like where you want to go. What should I do? You think I should go here? You think I should go there? You think they'll like this? You think they, you know what I'm saying? You think they're going to like the sand? You think they're going to like, the mountains? What you think? Like somebody, want to come in and like, somebody curious. Like they asking some kind of, chatting, new ideas. You know what I'm saying? They got some things they want to put together. They working on. They could be keeping this close to their chest. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Mm-hmm. With the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Could be some type of festivity or something going on, or a festival, or this is, somewhere fun, in the sun. I'm hearing fun in the sun. Goddamn hyper. What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords? Ooh, I can't. What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords? Tower in reverse. The Three of Pentacles. Somebody resisting change, or they were. Scorpio energy. I'm getting somebody pissed off because they can't, stop this person from getting this Three of Pentacles. What's the Tower in reverse? This Scorpio man. What's this Tower in reverse about? Clarify the Tower in reverse. If somebody want to whisk you away, it's pissing somebody off. And it could be, this person that want to whisk you away. You got the Lovers out here. With the Justice in reverse. I feel like somebody want to whisk you away, But I feel like they looking at the fact that you may not allow them to because of, what you know about them. You know what I'm saying? What done been made clear to you about them when they came to you. And they feel like, you thinking, or this is you thinking they trying to avoid a tower. Like they resisting change. You know what I'm saying? But this person see you as a person now. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, again, this is, and it could be them, being, stubborn. But I feel like this is you. I'm sorry though, but I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that, how this person, wasted your time, you know what I'm saying? And maybe you told them they were your person, you know what I'm saying? Or you felt like this was your person. And however way you said that, you know what I'm saying? And whatever creative way you told this person, you felt like they were your person. But I feel like, this person wants to, take you to go do something they feel like you love if they you allow them to, but I feel like it's something, they also want to whisk you away because they see what you see, they feel what you feel, they know what you know now. And it's like somebody, was refusing in the past to face, the facts, you know what I'm saying, take accountability and responsibility for their actions. And it could be, the fact that they feel like, you won't meet them halfway, like, taking accountability too. And I feel like, they only was able to access so much of a time in your life because you allowed them to. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, face that accountability, that responsibility, on your behalf too. And I feel like, they feel as though, or they feel like, you're not going to let that go. You know what I'm saying? Like with the ace of, with the page of swords out here with the tower in reverse, it's like somebody, asking questions because I feel like they do feel like, or like somebody saying, I was resistant, you know what I'm saying, making that change for them. You know what I'm saying? If not for you, but for themselves. And it may, got them feeling like they want to whisk you away, whoever this is, but I feel like, it's your person. You got the Emperor right here, you got the Lovers out here, you got the High Priestess out here, the Ace of Swords, the Star. Yeah. Because this person may have, was resisting change in the past, whoever this is. Because I feel like it's your person. Like somebody resisted some change in the past when it came to them closing out cycles. You know what I'm saying? And actually taking accountability for, why things between you and them was going the way it was going. Like they actual actions. Like, but you got the Seven of Swords out here in reverse. where they want to, confess, reveal to you, tell you the truth. Even as a high priestess, they may feel like they may feel like, you may feel like they know, they may know now that but they still, with the star, they still being guided to tell you what it is that they, and I feel like vice versa. But to be honest with you, collective, I feel like if this person, come to you in all honesty and genuineness, I feel like, what'll be said between you and them would be the truth. But the more y'all talk and the more truth is revealed, the lighter the load feels. The 10 of Wands will start, that burden of what you been carrying around or whatever, you both had to go within and reflect on will start to fall away. You'll be surprised, how lighter, you feel when you saying what you never got a chance to say. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, when it comes to this person expressing it to you, they may get to the point of coming, to tears, doing it. But that may be, that reason why this person, is afraid of being vulnerable too. Is because they know they can get emotional, when it comes to expressing their feelings, especially when, they got a lot, on the line. You know what I'm saying? And some people, will refuse to, they pride won't let them, that mindset, you know what I'm saying, of some people will not allow them to cry. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this person will get to that point of being that way. They just, question it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know if that is going to be something that they're gonna regret doing later. Because they done, been in that situation before. That's what I'm getting. But like I said, you at the bottom of the deck, you got the Justice in reverse, the Seven of Cups to the Empress, the Eight of Cups in reverse. So somebody wants to. It was like a bad, they may be having issues, with coming towards you. Eight of Cups in reverse, but if they don't, and they in this stagnation where they may have went back to a bad situation or something like that, instead of facing their problems head on. Yeah. But I feel like it's worth, working it out, to be honest with you. At least hearing each other out. This card on top of the deck, your controlling ways made you unattractive to me. Regret ruining this connection. The next card. Yeah, the lies I told is backfiring, came out in reverse. So, like I said, some folks, somebody could have a seafood allergy, could be significant. But yeah, the lies I told is backfiring. So whoever this is that they lies somebody told them backfired. It came out in reverse. So if it hasn't, it's starting to. It's about to. Because they, that spell shit ain't working no more. I'm going to end it here, you guys. Make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. And as always, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button on there. Come back and fuck with me. I fuck with you, all right? Y'all have an awesome, awesome day. I love you guys. Genuinely, genuinely. Anything you need from me will be in the description box below. Until next time, I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.